All right. Let's go ahead and presumably finish up this act. Someone right below us. Oh, that must actually be Risley. Ooh, we should save him. Who's over here? Yeah, you two. Hey, Quisto and Laveroon.
You guys are back?
We came back, yeah.
Quisto! Laveroon!
Checking in on you two.
You guys didn't get caught and thrown back down here, right?
Wait, did you guys know we had left for the surface?
Huh? No, not at all.
And here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the commotion. I'd held you up as legendary jailbreakers, but now you're telling me you just never left?
Poor guys, we did leave. We came back.
We're sorry, but we just had some business to take care of.
Yeah. Would it be cooler to you guys if you knew we got thrown in here on purpose to fulfill a secret mission?
All right. There's no need to get caught up in the details. We're just relieved to see you. He was super worried about you, you know.
These two were sweet. I like them.
Hey, it wasn't just me. Weren't you super worried as well?
Duh.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, he admits it.
I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I can still hear Quisto mumbling to the carrots. Are those two all right? Do you think they made it out alive? Whenever he'd say that, I'd tell him I'm sure they're fine. Wherever they are, they're kicking back with drinks in hand, enjoying the lovely scenery.
I like your voice. It's almost New York mobster or something.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with worrying about your prison pals. Is there?
No.
I mean, considering how they always love listening to all my gossip.
Exactly.
These two, they sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when Paimon first met them.
Well, yeah, we're part of the gang now. We're fellow prisoners. I'm sure that welfare meals must have just skyrocketed in quality recently.
Oh, well, if you say so. I'll be watching you to make sure you finish every last bite.
Well, I'll be sure to partake. Are we checking on the welfare bot? Oh no, Cedron's over here. That would have been funny.
Cedron!
How you doing, little Melusine?
Traveler, Paimon, you're back!
We are.
Are you still doing all right? Did either of you get hurt?
No, don't worry. We're both doing great.
We're fine, but what about you guys? It was such a huge mess. How bad was it?
Pretty bad, and honestly, the fix seems to be temporary.
A few people sustained superficial injuries, but that's about the extent of the damage. Monsieur Nervulette paid us a visit. It was all thanks to him that we managed to suppress the crisis for the time being.
Did you manage to have a few words with him? You know, catch up, say your greetings, make sure he's eating and sleeping well.
Oh, of course. We must also thank you for the help you provided.
I barely did anything. I just served as a messenger.
How did Nervulette know that he was needed here?
Oh, so that actually confirms we didn't tell him. He intercepted us on our way to tell him.
Well, Monsieur Nervulette has strong resonance with the hydro element. When the water level rises, he can feel the waves produced.
Damn. There's them dragon sovereign abilities.
I ran into the bombshell bros while bandaging the injuries of the
Bombshell
wounded.
bros.
They were mumbling the whole time about how you just ran down without a word. I'm so relieved to see that you're both all right.
Have I met the bombshell bros?
If you're not too pressed for time, please stay with us a few more days.
I guess I haven't really completed my mission.
Just let me know if you get a craving for any particular dish, so I can have Mr. Walsey get your meals prepared. Oh, and please feel free to visit the infirmary for a break at any time.
Thank you.
I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more time observing your facial muscles as well. Your happy smiles are quite contagious, you know.
Aw, yours is
They're
too.
so memorable, and I've missed them immensely while you were gone.
Aw. I mean, we do know the Traveler in particular doesn't even have bad dreams. Or, wait. No, had an abundance of good dreams. I'm still shocked, though. Actually, I might be misremembering, but I think she didn't have bad dreams. Which is surprising because of the state of her brother. We're gonna check in on Lenny up in the infirmary. Yep. Hey, you three.
Now guess, what suit will this next card be?
Spades.
A bare teeth cat?
That's not a suit, Fremine.
Well, well, look who it is.
Hold on, don't let me interrupt. I want to see what suit. Do the trick.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Fremine. Lenny, Lynette.
Looks like you're recovering nicely, Fremine.
Mm-hmm.
Have we
Thanks
been
to
gone
everyone's
long?
support. Oh, right. I managed to work up the courage to thank Miss Clarand in person.
Oh, sweet.
Whoa, how did she react?
She told me that it was nothing.
Yeah.
It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal to her at all.
Honestly,
She
yeah.
also told me not to worry about it.
This is what she does. Well, actually, no, sometimes she's taking life.
She didn't want to stress you out, that's all. She's right, and it's best not to dwell on it.
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out. We went back to the opera house and we met the knave.
Yeah, we met your father.
You met father? Did she say anything to you?
Oh, she said a lot of things to us.
She said a few things that were, a bit hard to understand.
Yeah.
And also that she's looking forward to working with us in the future.
It was a little surprising. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know how to read her. She's fascinating. By far the most interesting harbinger thus far. I mean, she was fully willing to assault the Hydro, or who she thought was the Hydro Archon in the streets of Fontaine. Which, you know, speaks to her strength, her martial prowess. But she's also incredibly smart, has a whole plan to try and draw out the Hydro Archon and the Gnosis. Is extremely refined. And seems to genuinely care about you guys and the fate of Fontaine. Even as she serves the Tsaritsa to acquire the Gnosis. It was a little surprising.
Her attitude towards you is even better than what we'd imagined. That's fantastic.
If you say so. I would love to believe that we could get along, but I have a hard time believing that this won't end in conflict. Of course, if the Gnosis is the source of the primordial waters, I could see a peaceful resolution where she acquires it to prevent the impending disaster. Aside from that, I'm not sure.
You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also include you.
If you say so. I'm not gonna bet my life on that detail, but...
Father is very capable, and also trustworthy.
I want to believe you guys.
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Lenny was a bit too proud as well. She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
Including her.
Got it.
That does sound like something that father would say.
Yeah.
Hey!
Rip.
Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
I guess so.
Looks like it, yeah.
Excellent. I will host a tea party.
Aw, I want to have a Lynette-hosted tea party.
For real? Then Paimon wants another serving serving of cake.
Like the cake that the knave served us? I don't think we have access to that here.
Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you were up there. How lovely.
I bet you would love some cake, Lynette. You and your energy stores.
Well, next time, you're going to have tea and snacks with us.
I'm looking forward to it.
We should start preparing that tea party.
You should, yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm all for it.
I'll help you set it up.
Is your guys' mission down here over then? Or are you still under the impression that the Gnosis is here and you're still looking for it? All of that was kind of interrupted by, Wriothesley's excellent scheming and control of this place. I don't think he would really succeed. Of course, he did want to meet the knave. Could we truly have a peaceful resolution with her and just work with her to resolve this crisis? I don't know. That could only happen if Fontaine was willing to part with its Gnosis. Which I can't say if that's the case or not. Hey, you two. I was expecting Wriothesley. That is still impressive. That is a big ship.
Courier, Miss Sishween told me you still haven't eaten.
Yeah, I was working on something, so I forgot.
Don't do that. It's so unhealthy.
That's no excuse for... Huh? It's you two.
Hey, you guys.
We're back!
Hello there. It's been quite the mess here recently. How have you been?
Yeah, it seems like an understatement, but we're fine, thanks.
And you? Are you still taking the secret passageway from the infirmary to work on the ship?
Yep. That is still top secret, though. So don't say a word to anyone.
Oh, I don't think I really put that together. That's what they were doing in the infirmary. And that passage actually led down to the ship. But yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
It can be a bit annoying when there are lots of people in the infirmary, but I still prefer taking that route over the one from the Duke's office.
What's wrong with the one from the Duke's office?
I mean, the infirmary does make it easier for you to slack off.
Oof.
Oh yeah? Then why are you also here so much?
To spend time with you?
You two really are just using your jobs as a cover for your relationship, aren't you?
Yes. Everyone is going to keep pushing that angle.
Not at all!
Oh yeah, we believe you. Totally. Okay, now, Wriothesley. Hey, buddy. You have a lovely office, Should I start calling you Andrew Ryan?
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I just see two inmates come back after making it to the surface? Some strange winds blowing of late.
Well, you do know we were never really inmates, right?
We wanted to see how the fortress is doing. Is everything still alright?
We're fine, for the most part. Neuvillette came down and took care of the worst of it.
Good.
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay here?
You can't just ask Neuvillette to stay here, Paimon. He has so many other duties to take care of. I mean, come on.
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Eudex himself to exchange the courts of Fontaine for a puddle of water in the middle of nowhere.
I don't think that's going to work.
He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea.
Aw.
He did remember to take Miss Sishween's gift with him, though.
Oh, what did you get him?
He sure sounds super busy.
Miss Cloran has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss Sishween.
What was her gift? Do we get a gift?
Were the gifts milkshakes?
Oh, no.
Neuvillette got the milkshake. Cloran received lipstick instead.
Huh. I feel bad for Nuviet, though he'll probably pawn it off onto Paimon. Interesting. Did Sigewinne make the lipstick or something?
Those aren't even remotely alike.
They are not.
Well, it's Nervilet's own fault for making Sigewinne worried about his health by working so much. But besides that, our head nurse is still pretty fond of picking out beauty products for the ladies.
Really? I didn't know that about her.
Oh, and I have some gifts here for you as well.
Uh-oh.
Are these from Sigewinne too?
Nope, they're from yours truly.
Oh, good.
You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time. You haven't yet served your full prison term, however, so you may continue to use your cell until your term is up.
Why, thank you. But have we finished our work here? We were looking for Child. I guess we know he left into the ocean. I guess that's enough. Because we're not gonna find him here.
For real? Then we could stay here for a really long time?
It was like 40 days, Paimon. That's not that long. We've already used up probably half of that. Is food still covered?
You may access the cafeteria for free.
Aw, you beautiful, beautiful overseer.
Hooray!
Just remember to come complete your paperwork once it's time for your release.
Of course. Turn to the dormitories to rest. Let's talk to you again.
Your file can't be closed until we've completed your paperwork, so don't forget to come find me again when you're done serving your sentence.
Thank you. He says after having acknowledged that we can go anytime we want. One final night's rest.
We're back in our cell again. We're no longer prisoners though, so it really doesn't feel the same.
Yeah. Feels like a huge weight is off our shoulders.
Sure feels that way. But the truth is, we never did anything bad to begin with, so I'm not sure why we put so much pressure on ourselves.
Paimon, do you not recall you stole a cake and ate it, one designated for the Hydro Archon herself? A serious crime. Amongst the worst of the worst, don't you recall? And you also still did spoil detective novels in public. Paimon, is there something you'd like to say?
Huh? How did you know?
Because you usually just immediately fall asleep.
Hey, that's not true!
It really is.
All right. Okay, Paimon just wanted to say that we really are an amazing duo after all.
Aw. Well, that's sweet. We are, aren't we?
It's like we've now gone to so many places together and become friends with so many people.
We have.
We've never stopped traveling or stopped meeting new friends.
True.
There are so many bad things in the world, and we're just two people, but we've still been solving problems no matter where we go. Isn't that pretty cool?
I love the smile. It's so sweet. Such a joyful smile. We're the best adventurers ever.
You're counting Paimon today? Aren't you the only adventurer here?
Being a guide counts too, at least for today.
Then let's ask Catherine to give Paimon an adventurer handbook as well. Paimon will also be an adventurer from today forward.
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, Paimon. I mean, where would you even put it?
Just our thoughts making Paimon giddy. Paimon's gonna crash, so you sleep soon too.
Alrighty, Paimon.
The last time we fell asleep here, we woke up to a whole mess outside our cell. The primordial seawater nearly rose up. That was so scary.
That could have been bad.
We should be safe now, right?
Well, for the moment, we'll be fine. So don't worry, Paimon.
All right then. Good night to you, traveler.
Nighty-night, Paimon. Aw. Another child dream? Yep. Oh, there he is in the waters. Wakes up. You found a whale? Wow. That's an impressive creature. Finally finished. Oh, a hydro constellation. Deluge of the Wrathful Waters. Masquerade of the Guilty. The day you get out of prison, you proceed to complete the paperwork for your release as arranged. Well, we should certainly at least do that, even if we go off to do anything in between this and the next Archon quest. All right. It looks like next for us are a few world quests. Fontaine Research Institute Chronicles, Treacherous Light in the Depths, Search of Lost Time, Villains, Road to the Singularity, and then, of course, Unfinished Comedy, the one in the prison, if I remember right. After which is Wriothesley's story quest.
I wonder what my dear sister Lynette is doing right now.
I'm a little unsure of Nuviette's timing. Apparently, it seems like it doesn't matter where you place it. I'm not sure about that. Let me know if that should be after or before Wriothesley's. But as it was released, I think it was released after. Yeah, and after that, it's time for Act 5. But for the moment, we should probably get released from this prison. I just left the dormitories, damn it. Some time has passed since the incident in the Fortress of Meripide, and your sentence here is almost finished.
Now for a little rest after breakfast. This is the life.
Have we just been vacationing here?
Wait a sec. Isn't something important supposed to happen today?
Supposed to fill out some paperwork.
Oh, today's our big day! We're supposed to leave the Fortress of Meripide. Come on, we've got to go complete the release procedures now.
Yeah. Masquerade of the Guilty. Maybe I should wait, actually. I don't know if some crazy thing is going to happen. Yeah. We can wait to talk to the receptionist. Canonically, we are free to leave the fortress after all. It's not like it's breaking anything. Alright, we are going to start with the Fontaine Research Institute Chronicles. And hello. Oh, sir, you seem to be attacked by some dogs, not named Seymour. Unfortunately for you.
I'm going in! Let's get it off! Cue the spotlight! Over here! And voila!
I'd say that went pretty well. There's no end to these stupid mecha. Oh, my lovely muscular legs are now full of these horrid welts and bruises. Sir, can you step out from behind? There we go. From the candelabra. Thank you, friend. If it weren't for you, I'd still be taking a beating from those mecha. Oh, sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dresnos, a member of the Fontaine Research Institute, an assistant researcher, or so I used to be. Now I'm responsible for receiving the adventurers who come here for recruitment and conducting preliminary qualification reviews. Oh? Recruitment for what? They're called preliminary qualification reviews, but it's more just me checking if they're carrying all the proper documents with them. I doubt I am. After all, some adventurers can't even get their documents right. Adventurers who come here for recruitment? Yes, as you said. We've been asking the Adventurers Guild to recruit adventurers who can investigate and search the ruins of the Fontaine Research Institute. That sounds fun. the floating cubes, right? After all, nearly the entire institute was destroyed in the explosion. And we don't have a lot of manpower. You know, I actually met some people from there. Down in Meropide. This violates the Institute's non-disclosure agreement and some other work regulations, of course, but technically only on paper. Do you think the Land of Laws cares? I think I've heard of this incident before. Paimon remembers. Someone named Edwin made a mistake, and there was an explosion at the Institute, right? Right. Oh, so everyone knows, do they? Ugh. Must have been some journalists from the Steambird with nothing better to do. Not really. Anyway, that's what happened, and that's where we're at now. In other words, you're looking for people who are good at searching for things in ruins? Oh boy, have you found the right people. We're good at that. I can see that you're more confident than ordinary people, and I believe you've got good reason for that kind of confidence. Can you? Or do you, rather? Why do you believe that? I'm glad you're interested in the commission. But if you really are planning to take it up, I'll have to ask you to fill out some simple forms, like the other adventurers. Yes, your comprehension and attention are excellent. Better than ones who came before you, anyway. Let me borrow your pen. Sounds like a lot of work. We don't usually have to jump through all these hoops when we take a commission. Well, the commission concerns confidential items within the Fontaine Research Institute. Oh, right, just an NDA then. The ruins contain scholarly papers and research results that must be retrieved. These are assets of the Fontaine Research Institute, and they are the foundation for rebuilding the Institute. Indeed, the hope of the entire court of Fontaine. Only trustworthy, upright, elite adventurers may enter the ruins, and that's why we have to run a qualification review. It's also why I'm here to do the preliminary part of it. Oh, and how many elite adventurers have you recruited so far? 0. Well, it's complicated. The ones I had high hopes for declined because they were in a bad shape at the time. Anyway, at this point, well, alright, we have none. Are your standards too high? How else would you end up not finding a single adventurer? Maybe. These are the rules set by Mr. Chosul. And I can't do anything about it. In fact, I have even helped many adventurers to polish up their documents. Have you now? But even so, no adventurers have passed the review set by Mr. Chosul and Mr. Raimondo. But don't worry, you're already much better than the previous ones, so your chances of passing are certainly higher. You have no knowledge of me. Please sit here while I go get a few bottles of ink. We'll be filling out some forms. A few bottles? Is one not enough? Good question, Paimon. How many forms are these? Based on my experience, if you didn't bring any documents, then one bottle is definitely not enough. First, one proof of adventurer qualifications, one 30-day record of travel history. Oh no. Actually, I'm sure that the Adventurers Guild has these records. Don't worry, I'll write you an official letter to explain the situation, and we'll request said documents from the guild. But for the resume, you'll have to fill in your habitual residence. I don't have one. Your contact address, 123 Paimon Avenue. Your current name, Alice, names you've used in the past, Traveler, your pseudonyms, I guess also Traveler, and aliases that you use when you want to conceal your identity. Paimon, I need a nasty nickname. Then you have to sign the good faith commitment, a notice of liability, a notice of obligation, and... With Desnos' help, you start filling out the forms, alternating between hesitance and doubt. Use up bottle after bottle of ink, but the stack of forms also gradually shrinks. As you finish the last form, Desnos smiles and you breathe a sigh of relief. Turns out this whole quest is just filling out forms. That's all the documents. Now you just need to go to the institute itself for the final review. Wait, really? I was meant to be the one to take you there, but those stupid mecha injured my leg. It's okay, just tell us where it is, and we'll head over there ourselves. Isn't it up there? Sounds good. I'll mark the location down on your map. Oh, and by the way, I suggest you head straight to the roof and talk to Mr. Knacker. The Institute sent him to work in the area, so you can talk with him. There are lots of clockwork mecha in the nearby wilds, so he's definitely going to need a formidable guard. I can be a formidable guard. Wait, we haven't passed your final review yet. Why are you assigning us work already? Yeah. There's no compensation either. Well, now, just hear me out. Mr. Knacker's a senior researcher at the Fontaine Research Institute, who once even did research under Edwin, so he's got some sway in the Institute. I'm not hearing anything about a reward. If you were to get along well with him and incidentally demonstrate your capabilities to him to prove your worth, then you're going to have much better chances at passing the review. Won't I have already done the job then, though? So what you're saying is that we should help this Mr. Knacker and thank him for the privilege while we're at it? Precisely. You can tell him, before arriving at the Fontaine Research Institute for the final review, Mr. Desnos has first tasked me with being your guard and ensuring your safety. Actually, I won't hold you up any longer. He should be on the roof. I've still got to... Ouch, my leg. Those stupid mecha. Better take care of that. Wrap it up proper. This one's gonna be long, isn't it? Probably not and long, but who knows, maybe. Knacker. Hello, and crony. I've said this many times, Miss Crony. Rebuilding the Fontaine Research Institute is our only goal right now. You've said the same thing 3 times now. Humph. I know all too well that when you guys start repeating things like robots, there's definitely something big that you're trying to hide. Yeah, probably. Nice goggles, dude. Are you actively welding something or something? Think what you like. As for the numerous issues you mentioned earlier, I suggest you go talk to Mr. Raimondo. What, is he going to tell me all the things the Fontaine Research Institute is hiding? No, but his ways of beating around the bush might be more sincere. You. So she's not a part of the Institute, right? Just interested in its secrets. Anyway, Miss Crony, I have my own business to attend to. The one next in line has been waiting for quite a while now. Maybe you're another adventurer who was applying for this job? Hello, how can I help you? Are you Mr. Knacker? Yes, I am. You introduce yourself to Knacker and describe the final review situation. Upon mentioning Desnos, You remember what he last told you. Before formally arriving at the Fontaine Research Institute for the final review, Mr. Desnos has first tasked me with being your guard and ensuring your safety. I see. Thank you for applying, Miss Alice. And I suppose I must also thank Mr. Desnos' injured leg. It's such a great view of it. The wilds around here do pose many dangers. Having an adventurer capable of passing the preliminary qualification review by my side would be a lot safer. You know that preliminary review was just paperwork, right? I can't act like I didn't hear that. What dangers are there exactly, if I may ask? According to the investigations, lots of archaeum flew out of the Institute when it exploded. Will the uncontrolled archaeum Are you a reporter? Radiate energy? Will it contaminate the surrounding environment? Maybe a scientist? Oh, wouldn't this entire area be contaminated then? I suddenly feel somewhat short of breath. God, I love the Research Institute. Just floating cubes. I wonder if I'll go into them. That's just your imagination at work. Oh. After leaving its catalytic environment, archaeum immediately returns to an inert state. It won't radiate or contaminate anything. It is apparent that Miss Crony's way of phrasing her concerns brought you unnecessary misunderstandings. Miss Alice, may I take another look at your documents? If you really wish to escort me, then we'll have to take something of a detour. Damn it, and I'm not getting paid for this one either. I'm going to a few nearby places to review the technological assets of the Institute and nab some documents along the way. Well, who's this lady next to you? Some reporter, that's all. Okay, so she is a journalist. Indeed, that is what I am. It's a great honor to meet you, Miss Alice. I've heard your name from my colleagues many times before. I'm Crony, a journalist for the political affairs section of the Steambird. Oh, it's good to meet you. Do you know Charlotte, then? I'm assuming she's the one who's told you all about us. If you have time, could we arrange a time to have a chat? And of course, Miss Paimon is also welcome to join. I'm very interested in your adventures. Of course. I'd be happy to share some of our adventures with you. Let me see. How does next Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday sound to you guys? Even Saturday could work. We could go for a cup of coffee. I think the Saturday would be best. And a cup of coffee sounds great, thank you. Or how about right now? You guys stay here and chat, and I'll go about my work duties. But the coffee. Damn you, knacker. That won't do. I've already reserved today's entire interview schedule for you. Sorry, Miss Alice, Paimon. We'll have to chat another time. Well, we'll go with Saturday then. That's okay. We've got work to do anyway. Yeah. We need to escort Mr. Knacker first. Oh, I must stress again that I'm just an ordinary researcher now. I have no further information to give you. What do you mean now? Plus, we've also got tedious and meaningless work ahead of us. Even if you go ahead and interview me, you won't get any useful information from it. That's for her to decide, not you. That won't be a problem, Mr. Knacker. All work has its own unique value, and it's our job to uncover it. Don't worry about me. Suit yourself, then. Let's get going, Alice. According to the schedule, there's a document we need to get at the Institute's executive office. Hopefully, Conjet wasn't called up for some other work. Who? Guess we'll see. Mr. Knacker, your institute seems to be guarded by crystal flies. I'll take you. Damn it. Only got a few of them.
Everybody stand up! Let's get it off! Be amazed!
Here comes the finale. And voila!
Beautiful. Oh, there you are, I assume. This is it here. Hang on a second while I go find Miss Konjat. Whoa, what's that place? A building floating in the air? Yeah, Paimon, don't you remember? The Melusine pointed it out to us. I guess maybe this canonically takes place before that. Paimon gets it. So this must be one of those magical, I only want the second floor, just cut the first floor out, buildings that you hear about in stories. I don't think it's like that, Paimon. The Fontaine Research Institute Science is the oh my god, yes. A JoJo's reference and a fantastic one. The Fontaine Research Institute Science is the finest in the world. It really is. What you're seeing now is the central laboratory of the Fontaine Research Institute. Or should I say, what was once the central laboratory. Mr. Edwin Eastinghouse, reminds me of Westinghouse, was once within, trying to develop a field generator using archium. Fitting. Initial estimates indicate that the device could lift an entire block of buildings. Wow. But why would you want to lift the buildings? My guess is that the experiment didn't turn out so well. Of course, had Mr. Edwin not left 2/3 of the Fontaine Research Institute in ashes, he would have been a shoo-in for the post of the next director. I suppose leaving 2/3 of your institute in ashes is harmful to your reputation. It's still impressive, though. Today, the heavy responsibilities that belong to the post of director, including a lifelong stipend and private dwelling, must be borne by the likes of Choisul and Raimondo. Paimon wonders what kind of people Raimondo and Choisul are. According to the evaluations of my peers, they are the type who can speak to you for an entire day without saying anything. I want to put that to the test. Fair enough. So they're masters of skirting around what you're saying or asking. So, it's exceedingly... What is that? Is there a mecha nearby? So, it is exceedingly accurate to say that Mr. Choisul's talents are irreplaceable. Look, Alice. The location of your final review is the former location of the Elaine Guillotine Research Institute, and now the current residence of the Institute. They didn't research guillotines there, did they? Does that ring a bell? Jacob related, either the name or the institute. Before the incident, weekly lectures were held there regarding critical projects. Of course, the old administrative functions are all still in effect. They can handle the final review. What's that plaza for? There are even seats around it. Is it an amphitheater of some kind? I've heard colleagues stationed at the Institute speak of this place. That is the sacred ground to Fontanians. The place where Fonta was born. Really? Refreshing Fonta. A font of refreshment. No. Oh, wait. Yeah. Ahem. That is the Fontaine Research Institute. My confusion just a moment ago was when I heard Fonta. I was thinking the prior god, the prior archon, but no, that was not their name. That is the Fontaine Research Institute's academic assembly hall. It is dedicated to the purpose of displaying the fruits of our research, such as the combat-capable artifice dancers, the gramophone, and turbine-powered glider, among others. Turbine-powered glider. So an airplane. Previous analyses of Institute assets show that, of the items I mentioned previously, Fonta may be the only scientific achievement that remains legally profitable. Oh, hey, there's, the other lady we were waiting for, I think. I couldn't help but notice your wording contained a few baseless accusations. I'm glad you noticed. So she admits to the baseless accusations? In that case, would you mind giving me your opinion of the ongoing criminal activity of selling off research materials from within the Institute? Ooh. It is absolutely vile, and those involved in the matter ought to be arrested in accordance with the law. Good answer. Regardless of whether you're in on it or not. Huh. Well then, out of those with access to the Institute's technical assets and the capacity to commit such a crime, who do you believe it was exactly? Could it be possible that it was a criminal? Not an insider. Alice, let's keep moving. I don't know, I think he knows. I need to go to a file storage room first and retrieve a survey anchor, which we can use to monitor the strength of the energy flows. It's not far. Let's go. Okay. There's Conjet. Did you say anything just now? This document needs to be filled, and this one rewritten. Ugh. There's just so much to do. Where are we off to next? Not too far away. Just follow the not yellow brick road. Ignore these assholes. Or not. Mr. Desnos was quite thorough. He is.
Teamwork is true! Surprise! Let the magic begin! Let's get this show on the road!
Step right up.
There we go. Guess the dog died too. Where? I'll have to do something special to grab that Hydroculus. What do I do with you? Nothing there.
Yeah! Step on up!
Oh, there we go. Good job, Lynette. A lot of sub-detection units here. Man, what a view. So impressive. I hope we do get to go up there. Where are we? Are you down below or up above? Oh. Inside, perhaps. Couple people in here. Mr. Necker, you finally come. We came across a little hiccup on the way, never mind that. Have you retrieved the survey anchor yet? I was just about to bring that up with you. I don't know if it was due to the explosion, but the supporting tools that were kept here are all damaged. Damn. You should know, if you don't use the proper tools to retrieve the anchors, you'll be subject to being struck by high-intensity Arceum energy flows. Ooh. Oh, intense energy flow from Arceum. Got it. Huh? What I just said was just, I didn't. Relax, sweetie. You were merely speaking the truth. It's not like you offended anyone. What Miss Shelmay said was indeed the truth. I hope that I can say the same for what you shall write. Whenever the truth is placed right before me, I never pretend that it's not there. That would be a mistake. I respect that, crony. Is that so? Well, it takes only the slightest bit of effort to fixate on something, but it always takes more brain power to avert your gaze from it. It's clear they're not having an argument with each other, but why does Paimon still feel like the vibe is even scarier than if they were? It's clear they're not having an argument with each other, but why does Paimon still feel like the vibe is even scarier than if they were? Hurry and think of something, almighty Paimon. Eh? Why Paimon? How about we just get down to the business? You're right. Miss Xiaomei, let's go examine the anchor. Okay then. That said, the area where it's located is still blocked. I'll go ahead and open those ports and unblock it. Thank you, Xiaomei. Alice, as I recall, you're an adventurer who came from the recruitment, yes? Well, when assisting our institute in its work, you'll sometimes be required to carry out certain precise operations. Okay, I can be precise. I'd like to see your practical capabilities. First, could you please go and help Miss Xiaomei operate the energy transfer terminal to clear the area where the survey anchor is of obstructions? I guess I could. So, the review has already begun? You could say that. If you pass the final review, then we'll do a detailed competency assessment for you. Oh, my man. Can't you bypass all these assessments at least a little bit? After all, everyone excels at different things, and the work they can take on also differs. I mean, we're extremely experienced adventurers, so their compensation will differ as well. How very blunt of you, but you're not wrong. Right. Oh, then we've got to show them our worth, Alice. Sounds good to me. Just treat this as an early assessment. Miss Xiaomei is over there. She'll explain to you how to operate the terminal. Please follow her instructions and unblock the area as soon as you can. I'll be watching you from the side. All right. Hey, you two. If I may, Mr. Knacker, could you explain what would happen if someone were to be directly hit by intense energy flowing from Arceum? Coma, subcutaneous bleeding, vomiting, and so on. Would you like me to list them all one by one? No, that's okay. If the survey anchors really are that dangerous, why would you place them in a room? You know, feels like you're placing a coffee maker. What? If the survey anchors really are that dangerous, why would you place them in a room? You know, feels like you're placing a coffee maker. Coffee is the most important thing for research. I've already repeatedly emphasized that as long as you follow operating procedures correctly, you should not be at any risk of direct combat with said energy flows. There's that ambiguity again. Should not. As for why they're locked up in a room, well, it's to prevent certain idiots from taking any anchors away without authorization, of course. They have no idea how they work and just figure that they might sell some shiny things for a profit. We've hung up signs, distributed flyers, and even specially organized a lecture to try to tell everyone that not only were they worthless, but they could also do you harm. However, the anchors continue to be stolen. They must be pretty valuable. And thus, we've had no choice but to lock them up in the room. That is the truth. You happy now? For now. Hi, Shalmei. Hello. Mr. Knacker has already told me that you're here to learn how to operate the energy transfer terminal. Is that right? I've written the operating instructions down for you. Feel free to take a look at them. Thank you. Oh wait, this is the thing I found in the prison. Huh. Good luck with your assessment. Thank you. Don't know whose desk that was, but I just took their money. And no, I'm not giving it back. Okay. Cipher letter 1. This is a test text for cipher letters. I haven't thought of any suitable scenarios where this tech can be applied, considering that the energy transfer terminals and their receiving terminals aren't widespread in Fontaine. The use of encrypted images will be limited to within the Fontaine Research Institute. Taylard just loves coming up with such useless inventions.
This is no time for distractions.
I know.
Seriously, you have a great magician standing right here.
I am reading.
You don't want to miss the best part, do you?
I've already warned him not to vandalize the place. Encrypted images use a special paint that requires an equally special solvent to remove. The formula for the solvent needed to remove the encrypted messages is recorded below. All right. I guess. I get power. And then transfer the power. Boom. Excellent work. The lock has been opened. Your abilities to quickly grasp the mechanics and execute are both outstanding, and your value far exceeds the vast majority of those who participate in the experiments. I will truthfully report your performance as such. Well, thank you, but honestly, it sounds like your candidates have been of a particularly low quality. So what's next? Whoa! Miss Crony, what's gotten into you? Oh no. Ugh, suddenly, feel like I'm gonna throw up. Ugh. Miss Crony, please drink this medicine. Exposed survey anchors radiate with archeum energy traces. and the place we are in now has also been affected somewhat. However, this energy level won't leave permanent adverse effects on the body. Just take this medicine and you'll be fine. That's good. How long does it last? Blech. Tastes terrible. Forget it. I guess this is also a kind of first-hand experience. Alice, these 2 bottles are for the 2 of you. Please drink them quickly. I'm feeling fine. Let Paimon drink it. But Paimon isn't feeling any discomfort either. Plus, the medicine doesn't taste so good, right? Paimon would rather not take it. Damn. Really? That's really quite interesting, and is completely at odds with the results of the Applications of Archeum Risk Report 3rd edition. We all should have been affected by the same amount of Archeum energy. Well, I'm sure we all were. I have a tendency to be immune to things, though. Harumph. Harumph, Paimon. We're constantly journeying over mountains and seas. We're way stronger than the people you've got working here. Correction. You can now assume that all of the Fontaine Research Institute's staff are now working out in the open, beneath the sun and the stars. The report might consider mentioning the difficult work conditions we are enduring, Miss Crony. I've been wronged without having been notified in advance. The Steambird won't just let this go. Putting that all aside, you clearly have an extremely strong innate tolerance of the energy flow, Alice. If so, you are certainly the best candidate to assist the Institute, without question. Please approach the storage room and report any dizziness, nausea, itchiness, or any other discomfort you feel during the process. Of course. Hold on there. Are you using Alice as a guinea pig? Without fulfilling your obligation to inform her of the risks involved? First. I mean, kinda did, didn't he? Or just assumed I'd know? It is clearly stated in Institute, abbreviated, Externally Contracted Employee Agreement, Appendix C41, which she signed. Prior to being officially employed, the applicant shall be subject to a harmless Archeum energy flow tolerance test. And the Institute has the right to terminate the contract based upon the results of said test. I hate reading text. You chose not to exercise your right to read the text, but each document was clearly marked. Please sign your name after carefully reading the document and make sure there are no mistakes. However, seeing as you seem completely unaffected by the energy flow, believe you may be just who the person we're looking for. In any case, let's get down to business. Take 3 steps toward the storage room, and then hold still for 30 seconds. Follow an accurate series of complicated instructions and slowly approach. They're watching from above. Alright, we're in. Maybe. Gotten this far, but Paimon still doesn't feel anything. Do you feel any discomfort? My head. Feels like it's gonna explode. Huh? What's wrong, Alice? Are you alright? Okay, oh, you had me fooled too. Okay, that was good acting. You nearly fooled Paimon there, sheesh, but... That's a relief, then. Paimon was worrying about how she'd carry you out of here if you were to suddenly pass out. Yeah, that would be difficult for you. Although we've come all this way, and we can't see the knacker or others anymore, and it doesn't seem like we can hear them either. Although, We've come all this way, and we can't see Dacker or the others anymore. And it doesn't seem like we can hear them either. What do we do next? Paimon knows. Maybe they'll chuck some sort of box in here and communicate with us through that. That would be quite handy. But do they even have technology that cool? We'll find out soon enough. Heh. Paimon can't wait to see what kind of cool gadgets they might use to communicate with us. Alice, can you hear me? Speaker. Oh, so they rely on technology of shouting really loud. Oh, even better. Shh. I can hear you. What are you doing? Stop joking around at a time like this. We can hear you. You guys feel any discomfort? No. Everything is good. That's great. Please continue on the survey, onto the survey anchor. You should be able to see it now. I do. Once you retrieve it, it'll temporarily fall into a dormant state and stop radiating energy. And then we'll be able to come in. Ahem. Ahem. Be careful. If you feel uncomfortable, then we'll get out of there. The survey anchor. You actually managed to retrieve the survey anchor without any instruments. Like it was nothing. What did you expect was going to happen when we came here, Knacker? That's amazing. The last time, we needed at least 3 of us acting together to retrieve an anchor. I don't know what to tell you. I use a panel, I go into the security cameras or whatever those are, and, well, that's that. Transfer power. I'm most certain that you're exactly the talent we've been looking for. With your help, all of our work is going to go much more smoothly. All right, I'll keep it for now. Let's leave this place and report back to the Institute post-haste. It just occurred to me, Knacker. I know it says it here, but what proof do I really have that you guys are who you say you are? For all I know, you could be working for Jacob. Hang on, where's Miss Crony? Paimon doesn't see her anywhere. She was feeling nauseous, so she stayed up there to rest. So you say. But don't worry. She's already taken her medicine. She just needs a little time. Taken her medicine, you say? I'm gonna need to see her right now, Shalmei. Oh, there she is. Huh? Miss Crony, what are you doing here? Almost like you drugged her and didn't expect to see her here? A bunch of mecha monsters suddenly showed up outside. Maybe I'm being too harsh on them. They're on my heels, about to storm in. Well, thank you for that, Crony. Look out, Alice! Over there! Yeah, yep, there they are.
Look alive! Cue the spotlight!
Here comes the finale. Step right.
There we go. Phew. Luckily Alice was here. These were probably the clockwork mecha that the Institute used before to monitor energy flow, as they're equipped with Arceum energy flow monitoring devices. Are they? Is that how they get elemental powers or something? Although they're now out of control, they still automatically converged here upon detecting the energy flow from Arceum. Mr. Knacker, should the Fontaine Research Institute be held accountable for these out-of-control mecha in the wilds? Maybe. Probably. Are they the reason they're actually there? I don't object to that at all. Really. They should be held accountable. They? You know you're one of them. You're a senior researcher, supposedly. Oh? If you truly have a way to have those buried in the ground rise up and speak again, they all die? Also, I sincerely suggest that you stay here and rest, Miss Crony. Mr. Cho Sewell and Raymondo are at the Institute's new site, and they aren't going anywhere. So you say. Once you're feeling better, then you can go and interview them. I thought she was interviewing you. Yeah, you felt so sick that you could barely even stand. Don't push yourself too hard. Oh, right, she actually was sick. Your health is essential. No, I can't. Interviewing Choi Sewell is the final step, not the beginning. Is the order especially important? That's why I'm following Mr. Necker around. I want to experience everything firsthand and get tangible evidence. I have to question Choi Sewell with my evidence in hand. That way, he won't be able to beat around the bush like last time. That makes more sense. You want to confront him with hard evidence or testimony. And lo and behold, I've now personally experienced the so-called harmless Arceum energy flow. No? Yeah? I don't suppose it's directly harmful, but indirectly, yes, in that it attracts the mecha. Once I get to the Fontaine Research Institute, I'm definitely going to uncover all of the hidden truths. I truly admire your professionalism, Miss Crony, but are you sure you'll be able to make it to the rest of the way there? You could give her a piggyback ride. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you guys. I'm a reporter, after all. You are. A journalist, even. Because, you know, being a reporter just means you report. Journalist is the investigative work you're doing. What if we do it this way? This seems to be a reference book intended to impart practical techniques. The book lists a great number of issues that Fontainians are quite unlikely to encounter in their daily lives, and provides rigorously logical solutions to said problems. Problems that they're not likely to encounter. However, both the title page and the ending contain requests from the author for readers not to do such things in practice. Yeah. Alright. What about here? Oh. Fontaine Research Institute of Kinetic Energy Engineering. You're using kinetic energy for engineering? Or engineering ways to use kinetic energy? I mean, there's many things you can do with it. Guess that's why you guys have mecha with bullets and stuff. There's an experimental field generator. Wonder if it has anything to do with why the place is floating now. Perfect yesterday. Huh. I mean, it seems like clearly that was for reading these. Maybe. What should I do? Appears to teach common knowledge to people who have yet to come of age. But why is it placed inside the Institute's materials office? Good question. Oh, there's other stuff here too. At least one more. Fantasy Institute. Seems to be a literary work of fiction. In this book, the entire Fontaine Research Institute was transported to a fantasy world. It's an isekai. And many researchers go on adventures together in this other world. There's a note stuck at the end of the text with the following comments written on it. Why do I still have to carry mechanisms and fight monsters even in another world? How is this any different from real life? I mean, you want to be more of a power fantasy? Is this what counts for popular novels within Institute circles? You might as well write one in which Mr. Edwin travels to another world with his Arceum. I mean, it would be far from the craziest isekai ever written. Please refrain from placing novels inside the materials office. Also, Mr. Edwin has stated that he has no interest in traveling to other worlds. Oh, good. Except actually, no, not good. Because that is what me and my brother, that's what we do. I don't want to hear you bad-mouthing our hobby, or I actually don't even know why we used to do that. The backup medicine is also nearly finished. I'll go back and get more from the Institute later. Wait, do we even have any medicine left? Beats me. There we go. Boom. Just barely. More puppers.
Let's get it off! Surprise! Over here!
You look like Seymour. That's identity
Now
theft.
disappear.
But you're not nearly as cool as Seymour. Marianne Memorial Park. Aw, it's Marianne. Now there's a name I know. Let's see if there's any assets that can be recovered in this area. Doesn't look like a park at all. Explosion happened. This place was hit by the first shock waves. So did she die in the destruction of the Institute? Is that what happened to her? Because we know Seymour wasn't able to protect her. I don't think we've learned what exactly happened to her yet, though. Actually, wait. No, the Oceanid was also Marianne, right? The one we found, but I feel like there was something in that quest that indicated she was a different
So
Marianne.
long as the audience thinks that seeing is believing, there's no limit to the number of tricks I can pull off.
I'm not positive on that one. Financial reports. Miniaturized personal recording device. Experimental results, not bad. Yeah. So broken up. Leave them be. And nothing else here. Something over under the storage drums over there. Is this pile of storage drums also Institute property? Guess so. What do you mean you guess so? I swear it actually is sounding more and more like you aren't actually a part of the Institute.
Surprise!
Alright, there seems to really not be anything of value here. It's time to move on. A researcher who once worked together with Edwin Eastinghouse is now kicking storage drums and surrounded in a junk heap. Oh, I like you, crony. Meanwhile, the Fontaine Research Institute still complains about being short-handed. Huh. The way of these researchers go about things is truly unfathomable. Everybody's worth is reflected in different ways, and kicking storage drums is my way of doing so these days. I kicked it. And actually, no, I didn't. I punched it. And no, I didn't. Lynette punched it. But I've heard that prior to Edwin's big screw-up, you had quite some sway in the Institute. Some might even say that you were second only to Edwin himself. Damn. Second in command. Well, sorta. Eh? You were that powerful? That no longer means anything. Now I'm merely someone who was fortunate to survive this project, and one of the culprits who turned the central laboratory into what it is today. This is the only information I can offer you, Miss Crony. Well, I believe that was plenty. Let me write that down. Huh? Where are my pen and notebook? My whole bag disappeared. I put it right next to a strange-looking mecha just now. Where did they go? You mean the one behind you? Huh? Get out of there. Help!
Everybody stand back! Look alive! Be amazed! Over here!
Let's get this show on the road!
Hey, now.
And voila!
There we go. Fair, anyone could have answered that question as well. Indisposed. Let's hurry to the Institute. Yeah, we gotta receive our final qualifications. And figure out whether you are who you say you are. How far away are we going? Pretty far. Oh yeah, I've been there once. Oh, there's the central laboratory. I'm gonna follow the road just to unlock these teleport points. And take in the scenery, of course. I mean, seriously. That's so cool. Did I say I was gonna follow the road? The road seems to be gone. Or reused. There's a Hydroculus, though. This is actually kind of tricky. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure we'll be able to get up there, actually. I don't know. Definitely not easily. Oh, I missed one. Here we go. Now, to proceed. This episode has already been delayed long enough. I don't have time for more puzzles. Or seahorses. Whee, I love doing that. All right. Ooh. Oh. There's a teleport point up there. I guess we will go up there at some point. Here we are. I'll take you. Nah, I'm not gonna shoot the bird. Not the burb. Yeah. Heinrich, Denicher, Monsieur Houteau. Book donations. There's a lot of books donated. I doubt there's anything in here super important. Might be interesting. But that looks like it. Wait, I saw Guillotine's name. Oh, formerly known as the Elaine Guillotine Memorial Library. Okay.
Start with all the accounting.
There's actually a lot of people here. I came here before, right?
Quit being a researcher.
I don't remember this many people.
I'm definitely gonna get fired.
Oh, there they are. Choiseul and Raimundo. Raimundo, nothing could go wrong here, right? Everything is running according to the set orbit, Choiseul. Round and round it goes, without any errors. Yeah, I believe that when I see it. Error-free everything might be, but I'm just worried about getting dizzy. Getting dizzy? Mr. Choiseul, Mr. Raimundo. Ah, Knacker, it's great to see you. Have you taken care of those survey anchors? That he has, or rather I did. I trust that you've done as you always have, complete your tasks to perfection. I have. Allow me to give you two a brief report. With Alice's assistance, the anchor was successfully retrieved without any equipment. That's unbelievable. You were able to retrieve one without the use of any instruments? Goodness, thank heavens. You seem very surprised. The entire institute right now only has 3 complete sets of such equipment, and I was honestly worried as to how we might retrieve the anchors as soon as possible. I didn't really do anything special. Yeah, it just felt just like any other commission that we've done. Yeah, except that we're not getting paid. No. For you to have retrieved an anchor at all is special enough as is. Why? Is there any critical data in the anchor, Mr. Choiseul? Of course not. So you say. Some insignificant data, Miss Crony. I agree with you. After all, there's no way for insignificant data to radiate with harmful Archeum energy flows, is there? Energy flow? I mean, of course. It's necessary and must exist as a technological means of preserving the... What I'd really like to know is why the Fontaine Research Institute would place these survey anchors to monitor the Archeum energy flow after the explosion. Certainly. Obviously, these survey anchors are, used for monitoring. Seriously. I could just be extra suspicious, but you guys, the way you guys have been talking, and now these two who don't seem to actually know what they're doing. Very curious. Miss Crony talks so fast, like a dendro slime on fire. Allow me to be more specific. Both those were good whopper flowers spitting fireballs too. How exactly is the Fontaine Research Institute planning to deal with this explosion? Yes, I was just about to answer that question. This was an excellent question to ask, as many people are concerned about it. You sure you weren't just PR? Because it says you were an administrative officer. Miss Crony, and you are a senior technician, I am so delighted that you've come to visit again. I must stress, on behalf of Mr. Choiseul, the Institute has never changed its solution to the explosion. Once we've recovered all of the retrievable research assets at the old site, we will demolish the old central laboratory and do our best to restore the area's natural environment to its original state. Well, that'll be sad. The cubes are just kinda cool. By the central laboratory, you mean that building floating in the air? How are you going to demolish a building like that? Blow it up, just like before? Blow it up some more. Of course we shan't be using such crude and simple solutions. This demolition will utilize our newly researched experimental field generator. I did see mention of that. This device can deactivate the gravity-altering field that surrounds the Institute's ruins and land them on the ground safely. That's really nice, actually. But wasn't this device also within said ruins? And wasn't it also a work of Edwin Eastinghouse that used Archaeum as its energy source? So, based on what you're saying, the Fontaine Research Institute is still unwilling to give up this harmless Archaeum project, yes? Damn. I think they're not giving it up so easily. You've been keeping up with what she said? What she's saying? Nope. I just repeated her last sentence. Oh, did you actually? No, you didn't. Just repeating her last sentence. Hey, have you been doing this to pretend that you understand what's going on? Paimon, I would never pretend to understand things. For shame. Ugh. Anyways, the Fontaine Research Institute is still trying to do dangerous stuff in dangerous ways, right? I don't think we know that, but it wouldn't put it past them. A great summary, Miss Paimon. If we're discussing uncontrolled risks, well, even walking on a road may be dangerous. Those are very different kinds of dangers, also levels of danger. Also, you should note that the energy source we are using is the completely new and stable tri-state Archaeum. So you say. How do you know it's new or obviously it's new. How do you know it's stable? Completely stable, that is. How does that differ from normal Archaeum? Does the new word in front of it mean anything? Thank you for asking the question, Crony. This, to me, seems like a purely rhetorical maneuver. Probably is. I'm sure Mr. Choi Sool would be happy to have an in-depth conversation with you about grammar. But I've left Mr. Knacker hanging for too long, and really that's just impolite. Found your exit. Mr. Knacker, I trust you've done everything that I've asked. With Alice's help, everything couldn't have gone any better. You're welcome. Please pay me. Is this an adventurer who came for the recruitment? Knacker recounts to Raimundo everything that happened, emphasizing the amazing talents you displayed when retrieving the survey anchor. He also briefly touches on Crony's ironclad professionalism, as well as the severe vomiting reaction she had. From the joking look on Knacker's face, there seems to be no ill intent in his jest about the committed reporter. So you assume. That is rare. Extremely rare. I'm delighted that you're applying for work at the Institute, Alice. Of course. I've already forgotten why I'm applying for work, but after hundreds of years of bad luck, we're finally catching a break. I'm confident that you'll be of great help to us. Here are the documents I signed. I'll leave them over there. Don't worry about them. Are you gonna bypass them? Huh? Aren't you going to take a look at them? We spent ages on them. And Mr. Desnos also took them very seriously. These documents definitely have their uses. They certainly help us weed idiots out, at least. Yeah. As for you, however, I believe that your good qualities so far beyond what they can summarize, so let's leave them alone for now. You guys aren't wrong. So, are you saying we passed the review? Without a doubt, yes. Good. I will personally prepare the contract and notice that you'll need to sign for follow-up work. Until then, Mr. Knacker? Yes? Well, Miss Crony appears to be having a discussion about energy safety with Mr. Choiseul. How about you take Alice to retrieve the last 2 survey anchors? The energy flow control operations are nearing completion. All that's left is to compile the data. Oh well. At least it's under control. Are you guys heading somewhere else? I'll come along too. This reporter lady sure has pretty good ears. Retrieve the remaining anchors. I guess off we go. Wait, is she not here anymore? Not asking questions? What should we do, Raymondo? Do you think we can convince this journalist? Tri-State Arceum. I always felt that name would bring us trouble. Yeah, there's something up with you guys. Choiseul, do you think that the name is not up to current grammatical standards and that people will criticize us for being superficial? I mean, I don't think you have to worry about that. No! Tri-State Arceum may be different from Arceum in name, but it looks exactly the same no matter how one looks at it. This is not a problem, as its internal structure is indeed different. The difference between it and Arceum is like good guys and bad guys. They're both people, but they're very different in society. Wonder if this has anything to do with the Osha and the, might actually been called Arc. Raimundo. People never bothered to tell you guys from the bad guy, tell you the good guys from the bad guys, much less the nature of a piece of rock. They'll just say, hey, this rock looks like Arceum, and it works like Arceum, so why isn't it called Arceum? Because it's not Arceum. Relax, Choiseul. I've already prepared the explanation script. Keep listening. See? The energy source that drives the experimental field generator is not Arceum, but a new one called Tri-State Arceum. This type of ore is an inert variant of Arceum. Huh. Well, shoot. It was created through a special transformation process. After entering the all-new silent excitement state, it is much more stable than the original's excited state. You guys are just going on and on. This won't do. They'll still just say that we're doing some kind of rhetorical trick. I mean, the rhetoric is also based on strict academic classification. All in all, you will witness its excellence after this display. This certainly won't be able to satisfy that group of reporters. Just the one reporter. They can never be satisfied. Mr. Choiseul, all we need to do is put on a display. That's all. Alright. Off to collect those remaining, whatchamacallums. So pretty.